Hello out there, music collectors. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm doing this vinyl update is a one that I'm featuring one of my favorite rock bands, rock and roll, and that is the Rolling Stones. Here recently, I picked up a few of those new remastered or half-mastered speed albums of theirs. One of them will be the first time I ever had it on vinyl. So this is a vinyl update on some Rolling Stone records. And towards the end, I was going to talk a little bit about two albums that are on my favorites list. And one of them I want to talk a little bit, not too much about, because can you say about these Rolling Stone records that hadn't been said or needs to be said? If you're a fan, you dig their whole catalog like I do, from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and up to the 2000s. One thing I do want to mention is I've never seen them in concert. I think I got kind of close once when they came to Texas on the Steel Wheels tour, but I missed it. I didn't have the money. So again, going back to one of my other videos, I did a VC thread on about live albums. It's nice to have live albums. Now I don't have every live album of the Rolling Stones. The two that are my favorite are the Get Your Yah-Yahs Out and Love You Live. I like that album. I have that one on CD. So at the end here, one of the albums that I want to show at the end is an album that's going to be done in the deluxe edition style. And I'm looking forward to that. And it comes out next month. And I put a pre-order for the double CD. So this video is going to be a little short, and I hope you enjoy. So let's begin. One of the ones that I got on this half-speed mastered audio, first quality vinyl pressing. They're black, but this is the first time I ever had this on vinyl, and I'm glad. It is the Rolling Stones, and I hope you can see that. Apologize for this glare, but it is Bridges to Babylon. I haven't opened it yet, but I will give this a spin. And it's not a gatefold. I think what they did is they put the two records just inside. The other one, I didn't have this in my collection. I thought I had this, but the other one is the album Exile on Main Street, which is, we all know this one pretty much. This is one of the classics. I have read some people, not all people, that say this was the last best album they did. That's an opinion and a preference. It is a solid, good record. I personally like every album they've done. This has been good rock and roll albums, blues, rock and roll. I can't remember the name of the other one that I liked that I was going to get on vinyl, but I have the CD version of it. But anyway, and I picked up finally, and this is on a blue vinyl. I won't take out the vinyl and show it, but it is a gatefold. It's a greatest hits package, Honk, and this is the one that has Doom and Gloom, which is like a bonus track and a live at London Stadium in 2018 of Wild Horses. This just sounds really good. Like I said, it is on blue vinyl. It's a gatefold. So, and now here's one I'm going to talk a little bit about. It is one of those half-speed mastered audio 180 gram vinyl version. I think the glare is coming from that I have it on plastic. I mean, I don't have the best recording equipment, camera equipment. I'm cheap. But this is, of course, we all know um, Sticky Fingers. And no, it's not the zip. They didn't do reissue it with the zipper. I used to have one of those. I don't anymore. But this one I have listened to, and this is one of their best albums in their discography. I mean, it has the great opener, Brown Sugar, which we all heard. Every song on this album is so good, in my opinion. And I could see how this album would have influenced like a band like Wilco. I don't know if anyone's familiar with Wilco. I didn't pull out one of their CDs that I have. But if you hear the very first Wilco album called AM, they do a lot of good straight up rock and roll Americana style songs on that album. And some of those songs kind of remind me of Stone songs from albums like Sticky Fingers or Exile on Main Street, especially of a song called Casino Queen. And if I remember it, that Wilco song, I'll post it in my description of my video. But yeah, I really do like these new half mastered sound. I do plan to get the other ones. I'm trying to remember the name of that one album. Another album where it gets a lot of bashing, and it's the one that has One Hit to the Body. I can't think of it right now. Oh, and I plan to get Undercover of the Night. I thought that was a very good album. But also wanted to show that I have the deluxe edition of Sticky Fingers. I truly recommend this. The second disc, I put on my glasses here. The second disc has some really good alternate outtakes and some live versions, and I'll just name out a few, like the Brown Sugar with Eric Clapton is really good. Wild Horses, more of the acoustic. We have a alternate version of Can You Hear Me Knocking, which is an all-time classic with one of their songs. And then some of the live stuff from 71 on here, like Love in Vain, Midnight Rambler. I like the live version of Midnight Rambler on here, and Honky Tonk Women. But yeah, if you're interested, that's the inside of it. You want to pick it up. Sticky Fingers. Really good. I'll mention a few things about it. Of course, it has sway, and I love the way that song just begins. The countdown that they do, 1, 2, and get right into the song. From what I remembered about this song, they use a capo on the first fret, and I think the first chord maybe the whole song's in E, but I don't know. On this, the tune "Can You Hear Me Knocking?" Love the intro. And Bobby Keys, who I believe is from Texas, who not too long ago passed away. Sax is a nice touch on this song. And what else it sounds really? Oh, the horns to the tune "I Got the Blues." Real bluesy, sounds like a Motown type song. And the nice Dead Flowers sounds great. You can hear the nice honky tonk piano, and I believe Ian Stewart, who doesn't get mentioned a lot, but he was their piano player for the longest time. Oh, and I just thought of it, mentioning Ian Stewart, because there's a song on the Rolling Stones album, Dirty Work. They have done it like this too, this half mastered. I do plan to get that one. This is all I'm going to say about their album, Dirty Work. It's a good rock and roll album. Features Jimmy Page on guitar. They do a tribute song to Ian Stewart, Sleep Tonight. Harlem Shuffle. It's a good pop rock, whatever you want to call it, that song. It's good. It's got that little R&B Motown, what I call Rolling Stone soul sound. That's what I call that. And good album. I do plan to get that one in this Half Mastered Style. Good album. Dirty Work, in my opinion. The album closes with Moonlight Mile, which is, I believe, a nice ballad and good closer. I love that beginning on the guitar that Keith Richards does on there, but just a good way to end the album with that ballad song Moonlight Mile. It's just, to me, it's just beautiful. Well done. Now the last album I'm going to show here, this is my US press of it, but it's Goat's Head Soup. Yeah. And this is the album that's coming out next month, I believe. And I pre-ordered the 2 CD set because I just want to hear the rarities. Um, Maybe somewhere down the line, I'll probably will get one of those deluxe editions. I have not decided that on yet, but the 2 CD set will be just fine with me. And I'll really appreciate just having that. But there's some new tracks. One of them features Jimmy Page on there called Scarlet. And there's another song that I listened to that you can hear on YouTube, Crisscross. I'll leave a link to, you could check out one of those rarity songs. But Crisscross was a really good song. It was my first time hearing it. I kind of think have heard it before, but I don't remember that. But I'm looking forward to the Goat's Head Soup. It is one of my favorite records. I will say it early on while I was still in my high school. It was one of the albums that I bought with my own money, and I remember buying with my own money. Goat's Head Soup, Love You Live, and the Yes album, the triple album set called Yes, Yes Songs, I believe. It's a triple live album. I remember getting my first paycheck and buying those 3 albums with my own money. Of course, Love You Live that I bought was brand new, but the other 2 were used. And I bought those at a used record store. But I was very excited. Oh, and I think the other one too that I bought was Led Zeppelin Physical Graffiti. But anyway, the Goat's Head Soup, love that album. Another album that every song on there is good. Regardless what people say in their podcasts when they talk about Rolling Stone records. Every song is good on there. It's a top album with me. One thing I do want to say a little bit about podcast. It seems like this generation, not the generation I came from or grew up with, just a lot of deconstruction about everything. They start talking about a record and it's all deconstruction, and you're wondering, are you a fan or, you know? And is that the way to go these days? Just to deconstruct everything. These bands that did all these great albums to rewrite the history or something like that. I don't know. That's just my personal thought and opinion. So you know what I decided? To stop listening to podcasts. I decided that I can appreciate records, especially by the Rolling Stones, every one of them. I really don't expect the Rolling Stones to keep making the same album over and over and over and over again. They're always coming out with some really good, strong songs. So there you go. That's my vinyl update. It's a Rolling Stones one, and I do plan to get the others. Like I mentioned, I plan to get the Voodoo Lounge. I do plan to get the Black and Blue, even though I have that many copies of that. That is one of my favorite albums, Black and Blue. What else is there? Undercover of the Night, Dirty Work, Emotional Rescue, Some Girls. Just good, solid record. Oh, Bigger Bang, that's on my list. I love that album. So anyway, thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you out there to all those channels that make good videos to watch. I've been watching a lot of new people too as well who are making videos, and so I'll leave a couple of description video or song description so you could check out some of these Rolling Stone tunes. I forget now which ones I mentioned, but anyway, take care everyone, be safe out there, and we'll see you on my next video.